Okay. Hello, students. As you already know, we are in the last part of the radioactivity chapter. Okay. So, first thing, radioactivity phenomenon, as you already know, it is basically radioactive decay, correct, or fusion or fission. So, let us study more detail about what is this fusion or fission. Okay. So, before going to fusion, so let's study the basic things that happens in the radioactive phenomenon. Okay. So basically we will study here about the nuclear energy. So as you already know, okay, in the radioactive phenomenon, the total sum, okay, the total sum of mass of the products, okay, so always this will be, okay, lesser than that of the total sum of the mass of reactants. Okay, so in any kind of radioactivity, the total sum of the products is always less than the total sum of the mass of the reactants. Okay, reactants. So here, because of this change, that means when the reaction is occurring and when the products are formed, that means there is a loss in mass. That's why the mass of the product is decreasing. Okay, so in 1905, okay, on the basis of theory of relativity, okay, Einstein, he suggested that the mass and energy, these both are interchangeable. Okay, so because of this, okay, so as there is a loss in mass, the energy will be released. Okay, so because of the loss in mass, the energy will be released. Okay, so let's see. So he gave a formula, E is equal to delta M C square. Okay, so here E is nothing but the energy that is released. Okay, that will be in the joules. Okay, joules unit. Delta M, it is nothing but loss of mass. Okay, and this will be usually in kg. The unit for this is kg. And what about C? C is nothing but the speed of light. So you already know the speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, so what energy is released here in this, okay, or in this process? Okay, so that is nothing but it is the nuclear energy. So that is called as a nuclear energy. Okay, so let us come to one example here. Okay, you think that 1 kg is lost. Okay, in one reaction, in a reaction, the amount of loss of the mass is 1 kg. So let's calculate how much energy is released. So as you already know, the formula for this is delta M into C square. So delta M is nothing but the loss of mass, that is 1, into C is nothing but speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second whole square. So what will be the answer? It is 9 into 10 raised to 16 joule. So much of energy is lost. Okay, since 1 kilowatt hour, okay, 1 kilowatt hour, I'll just write here 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, so this is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. Okay, this is equal to so much amount of energy. Then we can substitute, right? So that means the energy is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 16 by 3.6 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, so the answer will be here 2.5 into 10 raised to 10 kilowatt hour. Okay, so almost here. Okay, so therefore 1 kg lost is equal to, almost equivalent to 9 into 10 raised to 6, that is this one, joule, or 2.5 into 10 raised to 10 kilowatt hour of energy. So much energy is released for 1 kg. Okay, now let us go to another example, that is when energy is equivalent to mass, and when the mass here is 1 AMU. Okay, so as you already know, 1 AMU is nothing but it is atomic mass unit, or you can just write 1 U, that means it is unified unit. Okay, it is unified unit. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, now if it is 1 AMU, so you already know in chemistry 1 AMU means 1 by 12 into mass of one atom of carbon 12. So I can write here 1 by 12 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg. Okay, divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to 26. Okay, that means 1 AMU is almost equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. Okay, minus 27 kg. Now you have already calculated that 1 AMU is equal to 10 raised to minus 27 kg, correct? Now let's substitute. E is equal to delta M into C square. That means delta M is nothing but you have to substitute with this, that is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg into, what about C? It is speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8. Okay, so here the answer will be 1.49 into 10 raised to minus 10 joules. Okay, but I'm sorry, here it has to be whole square. Okay, and yeah, but 1 mega electron volt. Okay, 1 mega electron volt is equal to 1.49 into 10, I'm sorry, 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13 joule. Okay, 1 mega volt. So I'll just write here mega electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13 joule. That means energy is equal to 1.49. I'm writing this into 10 raised to minus 10 by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13. Okay, so here the energy will be 931 mega electron volt. Okay, so that is almost equal to 1 AMU. Okay, so this was about the nuclear energy, the numericals that are involved in the nuclear energy. Now let's study deep about the nuclear fission. Okay, that is one of the radioactive phenomenon. Okay, so nuclear fission means, as you already know, fission means what? It is splitting. Okay, splitting of what? The nuclear, that means the heavy nucleus. Okay, so the heavy nucleus, it splits up to form two lighter nuclei. Okay, the plural form we call it as nuclei. So two nuclei, two lighter nuclei, which is of the same size. Okay, and along with this there will be bombardment of the neutrons. Okay, and what about the energy released here? Energy will be equal to 190 mega electron volt. Okay, 190 mega electron volt. What is the reason for this fission? Okay, so as you already know, I've already told you the total sum of mass of the products, correct, it will be less than the sum of mass of reactants, correct? So that means, correct, therefore there is a loss in mass. correct? So how do we calculate the energy which is released because of this loss in mass? That is by the formula, as you already know, E is equal to delta m c square. Okay, delta m c square. Okay, so keeping all this in mind, okay, in 1939, okay, Strassman, Otto, okay, Strassman, Otto and Hahn, okay, so these two, what they have done one experiment. So what did they do is, first, okay, so they exposed the isotope of uranium. That isotope is 23592. Okay, so first the neutron, okay, neutron was exposed was exposed to this uranium isotope. Okay, after that, what happened, because of the this neutron was absorbed by this uranium isotope, so it became uranium 236 because of the absorption of the neutron. Okay, so this became completely unstable. Okay, so this is a slow moving neutron. Okay, so this is a neutron which is very slow moving. Okay, so this was absorbed by the uranium isotope, that is uranium 235. So this was absorbed, and finally the uranium 236 became unstable. So because of this unstable, what happened is it splits up into many different things. Okay, so the first thing is it forms barium, one of the lighter nuclei, that is barium 14456. This is the first lighter nuclei. The other lighter nuclei is krypton 8939. Okay, so this was another lighter nuclei. So two nuclei, light nuclei are formed. So this is the heavy nuclei which is split up into two lighter nuclei. Okay, so along with this lighter nuclei, there were three more neutrons that was released. Okay, so 3 neutrons was released. So along with that, as you already know, there is a loss in mass, so energy also will be released. Okay, so energy will also be released. So this was the phenomenon, the radioactive phenomenon, that is nothing but the nuclear fission that occurred. Okay, so later on, what they found is, so these are the two pairs of the lighter nuclei that is formed from the heavy nuclei, that is the uranium 235, correct? Now later they found out that not only these pairs, but there are the other pairs which can be formed from the same uranium 235 isotope when it is exposed to a slow moving neutron. Okay, so other pairs are barium 14156, okay, and krypton 9236. So this is one pair. Okay, the other pair is barium 8535 and lutetium 148 and 57. So these are the two different pairs that is formed from the uranium 235 heavy nucleus. Okay, now in this fission, what is one thing that you have to note down is, first thing is the mass number and atomic mass, mass number and the atomic number, they remains, okay, they remain same. Okay, they remain same. Okay, then what is the other thing you have to note down is, along with these particles or fragments that are released, okay, these are called as the fragments, that is barium, neutron, energy, krypton. So along with these fragments, okay, so as they are unstable, there might be emission of beta and gamma rays. So along with this, there will be emission of beta and gamma rays. So after emitting these rays, okay, they become stable. They become stable. Now next, the subtopic is, what about the calculation, like how much energy is released from one fission of this nuclei, that is uranium 23592? Okay, so the energy released is 190 mega electron volt. Okay, so this much energy is released, which I have already told you. So this energy released, that is because of or due to loss in the mass. Okay, loss in mass. Okay, so as you already know, the sum of products of the sum of mass of the products will be less than the sum of the reactants, mass of the reactants. Okay, so because of that, there is a so much amount of energy that is released. Okay, so as you already know, okay, the reaction, okay, so 23592, it will absorb one slow moving neutron, which will form unstable isotope, uranium isotope, that is 23692. Okay, so this is unstable. So because of this, there will be a splitting of this heavy nuclei, which will give barium 14456 plus krypton 8936. Along with this, 3 neutrons will be bombarded. Along with that, the energy will be released. Okay, energy will be released. Okay, now let's see mass of each of them. Okay, so the mass of the neutron, okay, so this one is 1.01 atomic mass unit. Okay, then the mass of uranium 235, okay, so that will be 234.99 AMU. Okay, then mass of barium 144, okay, it will be 143.87 AMU. And what about krypton? It will be 88.90 AMU. Okay, so how you can remember this mass is, it is same as that of the mass number. Okay, so 144, it is 143.87, and that of krypton is 89 here, so it is 88.90 AMU. Okay, now let's calculate how much of mass is lost here. Okay, so how do you calculate that? Mass of uranium, okay, plus mass of one neutron, okay, one neutron, you have to subtract it from mass of barium plus mass of krypton plus 3 into mass of the neutrons. Okay, so this will be reactants, okay, and this will be the products. Okay, so let's substitute this with the values here. 234.99 plus 1.01, okay, you have to minus it from the products, that is 143.87 plus 88.90 plus 3 into 1.01. okay, why 3 is because here 3 neutrons are released. Okay, so 3. So here the total will be 236 minus 235.80, which will give you 0.20 AMU. So this much mass is lost. Okay, but what is the main formula here? We have to calculate the energy that is released here. So E is equal to delta MC square. Okay, so as you already know, 1 AMU is equal to 931 mega electron volt, correct? So we'll substitute here, that is 0.20 into 931 mega electron volt. Okay, so the energy released will be 190 mega electron volt. Okay, so here there are many energies, like different types of energy that is released, correct, or which is obtained, correct? So major one, okay, so the major one is from the kinetic energy. Okay, it is from the kinetic energy of the fragments. Okay, so it is from the kinetic energy of the fragments of the barium, krypton, neutron, etc., which is released during the reaction. But what about the remaining part? Okay, so remaining part of energy is because or in the form of kinetic energy of the neutron that is emitted, okay, that is emitted from gamma rays or the heat and because of the light in the reaction. Okay, so these are the different forms of the energy that is obtained. Okay, so here one thing you have to notice, so 1 gram of uranium-235, isotope uranium-235-92 is almost nearly equal to 4.8 into 10 raised to 23 mega electron volt. Okay, so this is nothing but it is the energy. Okay, so this can give, or from this we can obtain, okay, 2.1 into 10 raised to 4 kilowatt hour. So this is the electrical energy that can be obtained from so much of energy. Okay, so this is the electrical energy that is obtained. Okay, so almost this energy is almost equal to, or this is same amount of energy is liberated when 20 tons, okay, when 20 tons of TNT, okay, when 20 tons of TNT, okay, that is exploded. So same amount of energy is released.